It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie John.
Greetings, everyone, from San Antonio. And with pregame...
Well, guys, we know...
Tremendously competitive with great attention to detail, David. Thanks. First games like this one with two veteran teams, you can see the thought process on the floor. Real chessmen. San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Bertens comes in for Rudy Gay. Derek White's checked in for Walker. And AI is subbed in for Murray. Fareed's checked in for Houston. Gordon comes in for Gerald Green. Taking a look at the Rockets. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Clint Capella is out there with Kenneth Faried. And it's Gordon in at the 3 slot. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. C-Web, when you look at how basketball is taught at early levels for these kids, middle school and then high school, anything there that you would change?
Yes, I would change to developing all players and taking away positions.
Interesting.
When you were young, and you're in, let's say, 3rd grade, and you're the tallest player on the team, and I make you a center, and I pull you to one end, and I only show you how to make layups. I don't show you how to shoot threes or to dribble. I'm assuming that your body is always going to stay the same, and I believe that coaches should teach great skill set, shooting, passing, dribbling. And when you do that, a player can then become the full player they're intended to be instead of teaching incrementally where a player may get stuck and identified as this type of player his whole time. I think that really what you need to do is teach full skill sets and allow players to develop. Just think if someone would have said, Kevin Durant, you can only shoot layups. We wouldn't be able to see the true unicorn that he is.
Wonderful thought. Harden draws the double, shoots over White. Harden can't hit. Spurs trail by 6. AI dishes to White. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Bucket is good. Nene's got his first points of the night.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
White left side. Off target from outside. Rockets leading by 6. Here's Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And James Harden has one signature move. It's got to be his step-back jumper. Something he's worked on for years. And like the sky hook or Nowitzki's fadeaway, it's becoming one of those iconic, unstoppable shots.
And the Spurs making a change here. Forbes checked in. To the paint. Here's Poeltl. And the dunk by Poeltl.
He just keeps everybody in sync. Think about it. AI feeds off that, and there's no better way to do it than with the pick and roll.
30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Rivers looking over the floor. And then Rivers with the dunk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's AI. He's guarded by Rivers. And here's AI. To the paint. Here's Poeltl. And good coming on the assist by AI. AI's got 3 assists tonight. That one doesn't go. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Rockets lead by 6. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And the Rockets came close, but Chris Paul still convinced that
I'm in the wrong business if I didn't think we could win a title.
And his ability on the Spurs with some changes. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Brent Forbes. And AI is subbed in for Patty Mills. Houston also making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Kenneth Faried. James Harden comes in for Shumpert. And Paul subbed in for Rivers. White is out there with AI. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Bertans in at the 4. That's the San Antonio 5.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I love to see Paul bursting up the court on the break. The veteran showing some energy in transition. Well, Kevin, the Western Conference Finals. I mean, the Rockets had the Warriors right where they wanted them. But due to the injury of Chris Paul, I mean, they helped open the door for the Dubs, but you got to play who's in front of you, and they won the last 2 games to take the series.
And had they advanced to the finals, Chris, the Rockets would have been favored. Is it hard to bounce back when you felt so close to winning a title?
It can haunt you, but it also inspires you. Because you know there's things you can work on and you can get right back. I mean, winning a title this year should go a long way towards soothing that pain.
Here's Bertans. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Bertans got his first points of the game. Houston in the lead. 1:05 left to play here in the second quarter. Paul finds Nene. Good work there as it goes. Nene's got his second basket of the game.
Listen, you can count on Paul to find the open man. His court awareness simply off the charts.
AI outside. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Good.
Well, you like to see a player work to get the high percentage shot. Now, so much of what AI does comes through hard work.
Paul kicks to Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
AI outside. It's stolen by Capella. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball, and the jam by Harden.
And when Harden gets to cooking, you got to feed him. You got to keep feeding him. He's an excellent rhythm scorer.
Now, here's AI. T right on him. And it's in there. AI's got his second basket of the night.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
The deep 3 from Harden. From beyond the arc and then some.
Well, Harden has no fear of pulling up from distance. I mean, he has the range and the game.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one, San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. Davis Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay. Derek White's checked in for Walker. And AI is subbed in for Murray. Houston with a big group substitution here. Kenneth Faried's checked in for Clint Capella. Nene comes in for P.J. Tucker. Gordon's checked in for Green. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. Taking a look at the Rockets. Kenneth Faried is out there with Nene. Then it's Harden. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Gordon in at the small forward position.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Oh, man, yeah, he read it all the way. He got a jump on it. Very close.
Rivers, and again, the Rockets good for 2.
The inbound play works to perfection. You got to love to get those quick hitters.
And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with his development as a long-range shooter. Gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. Shot by Gordon, wide open. No good on the triple.
I guarantee you that's not the shot they were looking for in that possession.
Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, man, he's just toying with the D. Look how well AI sees everything that's going on around him.
Harden kicks to Rivers. Back to Harden. Now the pass to Rivers. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 6 assists in the game.
And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
Well, if you're his teammate, you love this right now because all you have to do is focus on finishing.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
But yeah, as a big fella, that's the thing, Greg. You got to be quick in setting those screens. If you get a little lazy, you get called for it.
Houston making a switch here. Tucker's checked in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Count that bucket. Berton's got his second bucket of the night.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Greg, this game has come to life. They're out there battling now. We didn't see this in the first half.
It's Rivers on the wing. Another miss by Houston. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Houston on top. They're up. Let's hear what Mike D'Antoni was going over with his team moments ago.
Rebounds and loose balls. We got to get them.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got White, DeRozan out there with Pirtle, then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's AI in at the point guard. That's the San Antonio 5. To the inside, here's Paul, and no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
And now this game is becoming a showcase for Aldridge. He's been out of control, a one-man team. Now it's just a matter of getting him the ball and getting out of his way.
That one goes in. 22 points for James Harden.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
DeRozan against Gordon. Aldridge down low. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Chris Paul picks up that one. And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And this is...
Stolen by Fareed. Well, this one is winding down now. Houston can watch the clock run out. Now here's Paul, covered by Mills. Paul outside. So we see Houston taking the W here. And in the win, a comfortable... All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Al...